Pause. My eyes crawl to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin, dog dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise, crystal chandeliers, moments reflected. Often mirrors appear clear, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raving and grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you conceive.
Boom. Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark. It is Tuesday, so you know where we are. And we're at one of my favorite places to eat, Georgia's Happy Hog, located at 712 Culberson Drive, just south of the state capitol, north of the OU Medical Center, or whatever they want to call it. And just across from the Harn Homestead. You cannot miss it. Great place. One of my favorite places. We're here pretty much every Tuesday. They are closed Saturdays and Sundays and Mondays. Open Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 7, and Saturdays from 11 to 5. Cannot miss it. Man, if you haven't been here, you're missing out. That's all I can say. You're missing out. If you haven't been here, you're missing out. That's all I can tell you, because it is fantastic. Everybody who comes through here enjoys themselves, and they come back again to eat because it is so good. And if you've been here, you know exactly what I'm saying. But anyway, for catering events, call them 405-525-8111. And of course, we are here because of YNB. Family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC. Proud sponsor for us to be out here today supporting black-owned, women-owned, and minority-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go to the main bank at 401 Elm in downtown 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YNB Each, which is off the Parkway, is 66 at 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, I-40 and Garth Brooks, just south of I-40. Cannot miss it right there, right in front of the hospital. And then YNB Peoples, located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. Last night we saw, I'm not a fan of the Monday night football games, two of them. Blue, are you a fan? I don't like it. Now, it's okay when one game sucks. When one game sucks, it's okay because then you can watch the other one. But I don't like the fact that it's two games. I don't like it. We knew that, we talked about this yesterday on the show, that we knew that the Bills and the Jaguars were not going to be a very good game. We knew that last night. I mean, it was just like, are you serious right now? It's terrible. They sucked. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but I kind of do. But it was bad. And of course, here's the deal from last night. And when I look at this, I'm just going, man, it's just brutal. It really is. But here's the scores from last night. If you watched it, I can tell you this. The Commanders and the Bengals game was fantastic. But the Jaguars and the Bills was terrible. The Bills beat them 47-10. There's a reason why the Jaguars are 0-3. And Trevor Lawrence, I don't really know what to say about Trevor Lawrence. He hasn't been the Trevor Lawrence in the past, and I don't know if he's still beat up from last year. I don't know. He's lost, 10 straight games, 9 straight games? Something like that. So, it's brutal. Trevor Lawrence, 21 of 38. No, he got hurt, remember? He got hurt at the end of last year. They lost 7 straight last year. I think they've lost 10 straight. Yeah, they're on a bad deal. 178 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Josh Allen, 23 of 30, 263, 4 TDs, and now all of a sudden he's the best quarterback in the NFL. He's not the best quarterback in the NFL. Don't come on over here when the camera ain't on. She don't come. Hey, the camera ain't on. She gonna slide over here. Hey, Jess, don't come over when the camera ain't on. You see that? See what she did, Blue? She gonna come on the camera ain't on. I tell you, you don't ever come on. She gonna wait till the camera ain't on, and she gonna do it. Anyways, that's our girl Jess. She works here at Georgia's. Took care of me here. Anyway, Josh is not the best quarterback. That would be Patrick Mahomes, and he's the second best quarterback. I still think above Lamar. I think he and Lamar are 2A, 2B. They're right there together, but I think Josh is a better thrower of the ball, which I think gives him the nod over Lamar. Jaguars and Bills. Jaguars only had 239 total yards. The Bills 388. 92 rushing yards for the Jags, 122 for the Bills, 19 first downs to 25. 2 turnovers for the Jaguars, none for the Bills. And, which is weird, the Bills only had the ball 3 minutes longer than the Jaguars, which is kind of weird that you would think it would be longer than that, but that's all they had. They had 31 minutes and 40 seconds. Yeah, they were scoring really quick. And then, of course, in the other game, which was a great game, 2 former LSU quarterbacks going at it, and Jaden Daniels and Joe Burrow. Of course, both of them were Heisman Trophy winners, which was crazy. And I think that's only happened, I think they said twice or 3 times in the history of NFL where Heisman Trophy quarterbacks from the same school have played against each other. So that's a testament. Commanders are now 2-1, 38-33 over the Bengals. Jaden Daniels, 21 of 23, 254 yards, 2 TDs. And for him to stand in the pocket knowing that he was going to get killed on that last second throw, and he threw it, you can't throw it any better than that, knowing he was just going to get his head knocked off. So to me, I want to take my hat off to him and what he was able to do right there because he literally was going to get his head tossed. You could see him coming, the cornerback beaming down on him, and he took care of business. So my hat goes off to Jaden Daniels for standing in the pocket and taking care of business the way he did. I was like, wow, bro, that was impressive. Very impressive from him to be able to do that. So, but anyway, when I look at what happened, and I look at the score and what they did, I was just really, really, like I said, I was really impressed with what I saw from him and what he was able to do last night. But Jaden Daniels, like I said, 21 of 23, 254, 2 TDs. Joe Burrow, 29 of 38, 324 yards, 3 TDs, no interceptions. And I'm sure he's glad to have Higgins back, but they just don't look the same. And it's defensively. But it just seems like that their defense rises against Kansas City. I don't know what it is about him, the Chiefs, and the Bengals, but everybody else just kills their defense. And Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs, they can't seem to do anything with it. It's really weird how that is. But total yards, the Commanders 356, Bengals 436. 108 rushing yards for the Commanders, 124 for the Bengals, 22 first downs to 30. No turnovers, 33 minutes for the Commanders, and 26 minutes for the Bengals. So when you look at the game, when you look at what happened, you would have thought that the game would have been closer, and it was. But here's my takeaway from what I saw. Let's talk about the first game. I watched probably the first quarter and a half, maybe-ish, of that game. You could just tell the Jaguars were not up for the fight, and the Bills just put it to them. So I was just kind of like, I don't really want to watch this. And then once the Bengals game started, I really thought my initial deal, and like I talked about yesterday, I thought the Bengals were going to be healthy and they were going to bust up on the Commanders. I wasn't really not necessarily not a fan of the Commanders, but I wasn't really like overly impressed, like, oh, the Commanders are going to be blah, blah, blah. Even though I really did like Jaden Daniels and what I've seen from him, I wasn't like overly excited about them. Were you, Blue? Did you look at the Commanders and go, man, they just something I just don't?
Like I said, I looked at it. It was a close game at halftime. Yeah, I think I passed out.
You passed out of the yeah. My God, Blue.
That wasn't the game. Then I turned over there and it was good until halftime, and then I don't remember nothing after halftime.
Yeah, well, my guy fell asleep. He said at halftime of the game. But I'm gonna say this: the Bills game. Josh was just a monster. And I liked what I saw out of that. And then you look at the Bengals game, I thought it was going to be closer, like I said, but I thought the Bengals were going to kick their butts, and that's not what happened at all. It's just not what happened. And the Commanders came in, and let's give a credit to Cliff Kingsbury. What he has a Patrick Mahomes type quarterback that he coached. Because remember, he coached Mahomes at Texas Tech. So he's already been familiar. Then he coached Kyler Murray. So he knows how to do a player, a quarterback like that. He knows what their strengths are, how to make them successful, and that's exactly what he did last night. And I was really impressed with the Commanders. And defensively, they ain't no joke. But we know Dan Quinn is a very good defensive coordinator. We know that. And that was able to show last night and what he did for them. So, and unlike the Cowboys, he actually has a front line that can actually tackle and stop the run, which is what the Cowboys still can't do. Cowboys can't stop the run. And he's built this defense. Well, he inherited a defense that was already set. And then he just added some pieces here and there. And then offensively, what I've liked about him being a defensive coach, unlike a lot of coaches, and what's our guy's name at Houston? Oh my God, the quarterback, the defensive coordinator was at San Francisco after him. Oh my God.
San Francisco defense.
No, he's at the Texans. Oh my God. Anyway, the same thing he did. He got him an offensive coordinator and said, "Listen, you do the offense. I'm gonna do defense." And Dan Quinn did the exact same thing. Look, I'm gonna do defense. You do the offense. Remember when he went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Patriots? Remember Kyle Shanahan was his offensive coordinator. Okay, so what he did is say, "Look, you do the offense, whatever. You go do that. I'm gonna do the defense. I'm gonna do my job. You do your job." And Cliff Kingsbury, you could just tell, okay, I need Austin Eckler. DeMeco Ryans, yes, the coach of and remember, he used to be the defensive coordinator at the 49ers. Okay, so when you look, because he took over after Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh, who's the coach of the Jets, and he, of course, does not have an offensive coordinator because Aaron Rodgers wanted his boy to be, he wanted his boy to be the offensive coordinator, okay? Because Aaron Rodgers likes things the way that Aaron Rodgers likes. He does not like motion. He wants to sit the defense, and he wants to see what the defense is doing. He doesn't want a bunch of motion. He wants his guys being there. So he knows exactly what you're going to run, and then he can say, okay, defense is set here. This is what I'm going to call here off of that. That's what Aaron Rodgers likes. He ain't coming, right. And he knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah, he's calling plays and doing all this stuff right there at the line. So that's Aaron Rodgers. So he needed an offensive coordinator who does what he wants. And so that's part of it. But when I look at the Commanders, I look at them and I see you got a young quarterback who's athletic, his deep ball is ridiculous. Now, what I thought was funny, remember everybody forgets, he was a freshman quarterback at Arizona State. That's where he came from, okay? And, oh, God, what's our – yeah. And, I mean, he was unbelievable. That's where he was, but he could not throw. He was just a runner. And then he goes to LSU and develops his passing game to go along with the runners. Now, of course, he did have Roma Dunze, and he had neighbors, so he did have some receivers to throw the ball to. Don't kid yourself. But he turned into a passer that's a passer first, runner second. And so when I look at what he has become and watched what he has done, I'm just really impressed with the young man being coachable and being able to understand this is how I do it, this is how you get better. So I'm really impressed with what I've seen from him. Now, remember, guys, if you want to come on and say something on the show, remember you have to come to my website. Go to YouTube, search The Unpopular Hour with Matt Clark. Like, subscribe, hit notification on YouTube. Because remember, if you're Facebook friends with me and it pops up on my Facebook, yeah, you can still watch it. But remember, I don't see what's on my Facebook until after the show. So I can't answer any questions that you might have or reply to any of your comments on Facebook. So go to YouTube, search The Unpopular Hour, like, subscribe, hit notification. And then I can see you right now that you popped up and if you have any questions or comments. So I can do that right then. Also, remember, After the Storm will be starting Season 3 next week because, the first, I think Sam Presti's deal is the second, I believe is when it is, when he does his press conference. So we'll be able to talk about that. And so we're going to go do a show after that talking about what he said and what happened with that. So After the Storm OKC Thunder. Like, subscribe, hit notifications on that. Or you can go to our website, mcsportsnetwork.com. And remember, also, one thing we are doing here on our website is you will be able to go and buy gear now. So you can buy your M. Matt Clark Basketball Academy shirts. You can buy your hashtag Just Saying shirts. And we are going to try to figure out how to do After the Storm and the Unpopular Hour t-shirts too. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but we're working on getting that stuff done as well, and we will get that done. But remember, YouTube, search the Unpopular Hour with Matt Clark, and then you can comment right there when you sign in. You can comment, and let's see right away what you're doing, and I can tell everybody what the questions you asked or a comment that you made. So please go ahead and do that, and we can get done. So if there's something about what I'm talking about and you want to speak now, remember, on our After the Storm, OKC Thunder, man, we have 20, 30, 5, 10, 15 people talk comments, and we're going because everybody has their comments about the Thunder. So we're excited about that. Now, back to the NFL. The Commanders, now what's going to happen with them, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to win the East. I still think the Cowboys, dysfunctional as they may be, I've said this many times, until Jerry Jones passes away, I don't really want him to pass away, but until he retires, and he's 81, he's still the GM. Until he goes, they're not, because I believe Stephen Jones has a different mentality than his dad. Don't you agree, Blue? I think he has a different mentality. I just do. Because everybody, I don't know if you guys remember, he wanted to draft Johnny Manziel. And his son said, no. Zach Martin from Notre Dame, that's who we want. But his dad wanted to draft Johnny Manziel. So, I think Stephen Jones will take a different mentality towards the team and towards what happens. I think he doesn't need the credit, and I think he will build a different culture for the Cowboys. Because to me, like when they asked him about Derrick Henry, he said, we couldn't afford him. If you'd have signed Dak, you had $24 million. If you'd have signed him before, and my thing is this, I wouldn't have signed Dak. I just wouldn't have. You know what you're going to get out of Dak. He's not going to beat any team that's over 500. He has a losing record against teams over 500. That's a fact. He throws over a certain amount of times, they lose. Those are facts. Those are 7 to 8 years worth of data that you have on the man. Now, do I like Dak? Yes. Is he great at the podium? Yes. But that's it. That's it. So, but I like the guy, but, $60 million, if you're going to give him that, why didn't you give him that? You need a running back. Derrick Henry would have been perfect for the Cowboys. Now, their line kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So, now, do I believe they'll beat the Commanders? This game's coming up, so we're going to see. It's coming up soon. We're going to see what happens. But the one thing we do know, Blue doesn't think he can beat the y'all can beat the Giants, man. Giants can't run the football. But Giants can't run the football.
Don't have to. We can't stop the run.
Yeah, but they can't run the football. Right?
Until you play the Cowboys.
Oh my God. We have a Cowboy fan over here. He's just all I'm saying is no. What I'm saying is the Cowboys, if you get a team that can run, they're in trouble. The Giants can't run. They can't run the football. Now, the Eagles can run the football. They're in trouble. Okay? Well, against teams that they play, huh? San Francisco can run the football. So teams that can run the football, Dallas is in trouble. Dallas is in trouble against teams that can run the football. There's no question about that. But here's the NFL schedule coming up this week. So when I look at it, and here we go. The NFL schedule this week, and when you pull it up and you look at what the schedule is, there's some interesting games this week on the schedule. And I like some of these matchups, and I'm excited about a lot of these matchups because I think a lot of them are going to be really, really good that I'm excited about. Okay, starting off with the Cowboys and the Giants, which we just mentioned Thursday night. 2 nights from now in New York. I still think the Cowboys are going to win. I just don't think the Giants, they don't have a running game. That passing game, even though Daniel Jones looked good, And he really did. He looked good the other night. Let me give him that. Do we agree Daniel Jones looked good?
Yes.
Okay. Daniel Jones did look good, so I was excited about what I saw from him. I thought he looked great compared to what he has looked like in the past. So let's give him the props on that. Then when I look at what they have done, when I look at the Cowboys, I just look at the schedule and I go, man, this is a must win for the Cowboys. Now, when you look at the point spread and what's going to happen with the Cowboys, and I'm looking at it, let me see. Where is that at? I can't. There we go, right here. The point spread, Cowboys, Giants +4, over under 44. Now, this is the early deal, but it's 44, minus plus 44, over under. 7:15 on Prime. Then, of course, you got the Vikings against the Packers. Oh, man, that's going to be a great game. You got, huh? No, the Vikings have Sam Darnold.
He got hurt.
Sam Darnold's not hurt.
Well, maybe I was looking at it wrong, but at the end of the game,
I think they didn't say he's not playing. Look that up real quick. Google that and see if he's playing. I can't go to that. Google that. But I don't know if he's. I thought he was still playing. Vikings versus the Packers. Packers are 2.5-point favorites, 40.5, 12 o'clock game on CBS. Then you have the Steelers at the Colts, and I think that Richardson's in trouble. The Steelers' defense is really, really good. And I will say this, I do like what Mike Tomlin said. You know, he goes, when he gets back healthy, when Russell Wilson, how hurt can he really be? You know what I'm saying? How hurt is Russell Wilson? How hurt is he really? But when I look at Mike Tomlin and what he said, he goes, hey, when he gets back healthy and he gets to compete, then what's it? Huh? Yeah, he's active. It's a bruise, yeah. Okay. See, I told you. He's playing. But anyway, so I still like the Packers at home in that game. And it's amazing. And by the way, congratulations to Willis. And I said that the other day. Him coming back and playing against the Titans, the team who just kicked him to the curb. Well, give me a coach.
that's going to be a good game.
Yeah, give me a coach. So, Malik Willis, congratulations to you and what you've done.
Man,
But the Steelers and the Colts +1.5 at home, 39.5. I don't think the odds makers think Pittsburgh is going to score points. That's what that says to me. So
if the Steelers get ahead,
if the Steelers get ahead, the Colts in trouble.
Cook's in trouble.
Colts in trouble. They're in a lot of trouble.
Dallas is designed, defense is designed to play ahead.
Yep.
They can maintain the game
Yep.
when they're ahead.
Yeah, Dallas. Yes, 100%. They're built to maintain the lead. And Philly, the Pittsburgh, they're just made to build. They're made to stay in the game 100%. We're gonna stop the run. Hey, we're gonna stop the run, and then when you try to pass, Hayward's coming at you, and T.J. Watt's coming at you. Oh, I'm gonna ask you a question. We had a question about this the other day. You like T.J. Watt? Who would you rather have? T.J. Watt, Bosa, or our boy from Cleveland, Miles? No, you get one. Which one would you take? You can't go wrong with any of them.
Oh, man. Let's see. Well,
Myles Garrett. Yeah, but I'm saying, no. I'm just saying he's hurt now, but I'm saying if you had your choice that you can have any one of the three, who would you take?
I can't take Myles Garrett.
That's what I said. I had to take Myles Garrett.
They're not going to give you a full season.
But like I said, I'm with you. I'm taking Myles Garrett. He's just what he's done as a defensive end. What he's done, I'm taking him. But anyway, so we like the Cowboys and the Giants. I'm gonna take the Cowboys. Who are you taking? It's a Tuesday deal. Okay, Vikings and Packers.
I'm liking Malik Willis. I'm going to have to go with Green Bay.
Okay, me too. I'm taking the Packers at home. Steelers at the Colts. I'm taking the Steelers too defensively. Eagles at Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are -1.
I'm taking the Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles.
You're taking the Eagles?
Still can't believe they beat the Saints. The way the Saints beat the Cowboys, I got to take the Eagles.
Buccaneers coming off a drubbing. I'm with you. I'm going to probably go with Jalen Hurts right there. The Broncos at the Jets. Jets -7, over under 38 and a half. I'm taking the Jets too. I think they're going to tee off on him, and they still Salah's still pissed off at them. You know, that's a revenge deal. That's a revenge game. The Bengals at the Bengals at the Panthers. Oh my God.
Why you laughing? Why you laughing? Go ahead and say the Bengals.
Oh, the Bengals are gonna murder the Panthers.
Thank you.
+5 over under 47.5. I'm taking the over, and I'm taking yeah. I'm taking the Bengals, and I'm taking the over on that for sure. Rams versus the Bears. Bears are 2.5-point favorites over the Rams in Chicago. 41 is the over under. Yeah. So I'm taking the Rams are still just, Matt Stafford. Man, that's a tough one for me. Matt Stafford, Sean McVay. I'm gonna take the coach quarterback. So I'm gonna take the Rams. Jaguars at the Texans. The Texans got smoked. The Texans are 4.5-point favorites. I'm taking the Texans at home. They got smoked last weekend. Yeah, against the Vikings. I'm taking them. Who do you like? Blue. Texans too? Okay, we're on the same page all the way through. Saints at the Falcons. Falcons 1.5-point favorites. 43.5 is the over-under. I'm going to take the Saints. I'm going to take the Saints and the road dog. It's the dogs. I'm going to take them. Patriots at the Niners. The Niners are 10-point favorites. The Niners are 10-point favorites over the Patriots in San Francisco. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Patriots and the points. I think the Niners will win, but I'm gonna take 10 points. A lot of points. That's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. Saints at the Falcons. Excuse me, I'm talking about the Commanders at the Cardinals. Cardinals. -5, over under 49.5. Who do you like? I'm gonna take the Commanders there on the road. Even though Kyler, I love me some Kyler. Hey, how about Marvin Harrison Jr.? Ooh, Kyler, how about throwing him the ball? Hey, Kyler learned something. Throw him the ball, he catches it. Chiefs at the Chargers. Chargers +7. Over under 40. Chiefs at the Chargers +7. Yep. Chiefs and Chargers are always a tight game. I don't know what it is about them. And remember now hold on. Remember though, you have Khalil Mack and Bosa, and you don't have a left tackle. Mahomes is gonna be running for his life. Right now, he's throwing. Everybody talks about his numbers being low. He's trying to get rid of the ball. Like Andy Reid said, look, he trying to get rid of the ball. He does not trust his offensive line. He's trying to get rid of the ball. He's not trying to hold on to the ball. So I think that's part of it. Browns and Raiders. I'm going to take the Chiefs anyway. Browns and the Raiders. Browns at the Raiders. I'm taking the Raiders. Dude, I'm just not. The problem with the Browns is they can't do anything with him. They can't trade him. Deshaun Watson, they're stuck with him for at least 3 more years. They can't do anything with him contract-wise or anything. They're stuck with him. They can't get rid of him. That is what it is. They can't do anything with him. So you taking the Browns. I'm taking the Raiders at home. Bills at the Ravens Sunday night. -2.5. Ravens. Giving 2.5 points. Yes. Yeah, -2.5. Taking the Bills and the points, huh? Yeah, the Ravens' defense is not that great. Then, unfortunately, Will Levis on Monday night and the Dolphins. Will Levis versus Skylar Thompson. The quarterback of the Titans. the one that remember was on his knees and threw the pick six against the Commanders. Then he was on the 6-yard line where he tries to throw. I don't know what he was doing again, falling down.
So this is the team that let Malik Willis go, right?
Yes, but it is the Dolphins, and they are a functional place right now. They've got the weapons, but
Tennessee still got the same coach.
they got a new coach.
Who they playing again?
The Titans at Miami. Yeah, I don't know about Skylar Thompson. I just don't know. That Titans defense is not that bad, but both of them are just. That's a game, another double night Monday night game. I won't be watching. And then of course, the 7:15 game, the Seahawks at the Lions. That's going to be a game. Lions -4.
What night is that?
This Monday night.
Man, that's a game there, man. I gotta watch that one.
Yeah, that's the game.
Pick on that one.
That's the game right there. That's the game right there.
But DK Metcalf and what's his name?
Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett.
No, quarterback.
Oh, Geno Smith.
They locked in, man.
Yeah, they are.
He looking for him every play.
Well, wouldn't you? DK's a beast. He's an absolute monster. So those are the games for this up and coming week, and those are the point spreads. And of course, we'll do it again because the spreads will change clearly day to day. Depends on what happens. So we want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors to get everything done so we can get these bills paid. SRB, if you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit our guys up. They love to be behind the scenes. So if you have a complex that you're building, as in a building or some sort of complex, hit those guys up. They'll be able to survey the land, make sure everything runs properly or everything laid out. We don't have to worry about flooding. So hit our guys up over there at SRB. Collaborative Logic, if you have needs for computers, software, website design. In fact, they're doing our website right now. And like I said, you will be able to go online and buy the gear so people can quit asking me for shirts. Go online, buy your own shirts. Order them. We have all the prices and stuff for you. So you can go online, order your Matt Clark shirts. And like I said, we are developing After the Storm and the Unpopular Hour t-shirts as well for that. Oak Grove Trucking and my guy Jose Fierro. If you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit my dude up. He can take care of you. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. We love those guys. But you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into the main bank, 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma, YNB East, which is off 39th Expressway or US 66. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. 218 North Mustang Road, YNB Parkway, located on Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40, right there on Garth Brooks in front of the hospital. YNB Peoples, located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. You cannot miss it. And, of course, Elm Grove Clothing and my guy, Jonathan Binkley Triplet. Hit my boy up. He can take care of you. 405-332-8787. I'll suggest you text him because a lot of people are like me. If I don't know your number, I don't answer the phone. I don't answer the phone. I get so many robocalls and whatever. So just text him and let him know what you need. He can hook you up with suits and stuff like that. I mean, my suit was fantastic the other night, and I need to post pictures of that. He's got a great line of clothing, and he can hook you right on up. That's my guy, Jonathan Binky Triplet at Elm Grove Clothing. He is the dude for that. Now, in NBA news, Joel Embiid signs a 3-year, $193 million max extension, which comes out to $61 million a year. $61 million a year. Yeah, that's what he's making. Now, one thing about that is, remember Shea is coming up pretty soon, and we've got to sign J-Dub and Chet to contracts, but they'll get extensions, but not max extensions because they're not all-NBA. If they're all NBA, then they would get the super maxes, but they're just going to get the maxes. They're not getting super max because they're not all NBA. But when I look at this deal, I have no problem with them signing Joel Embiid. But like I said, Think about what SGA is going to make. He's getting the Supermax. I mean, think about it. He's going to get Supermax. And that's 3 years from now. So if it's at $61 million now, and the Supermax, I think Jason Tatum is the Supermax. I think he's 63. So think about that. In 3 years, he's projected to be a 5-year, $400 million guy. SGA, first $400 million NBA player.
70 million.
That's $80 million. $80 million a year. $80 million a year for him. Now, is he worth it? Yeah, because he'll only be what?
How many people got a short range jumper in the NBA?
No, he's mid-range to death, but he's out. But he's mid-range. But like I tell people, if he develops his three, he in trouble. You in trouble. You in trouble. You can't do nothing if he can develop his 3-point shot, and it's starting to go up.
If I can teach you how to shoot that mid range,
Yeah.
now what we got left?
Oh, we got 3, and I tell people all day long, if he starts knocking down the 3, and now you got to respect him, he gives you the head fake, he gone, and you know he gonna finish at the rim, or he gonna get fouled. You know that, so he's gonna be there. Now, I told Blue about this. This is something I'm really, really, really excited about. Yeah, well, he's down to 87, I think now.
Still 90. It's over 85.
Give me, yeah. Well, he's like 90 something at the last minute of the game. 99, 98, 90, something ridiculous in the last minute of the game. You know, and that's my thing with this coach, and we talk about that to ad nauseum. Bro, he shot 61% at the end of games to win games. 61%. The closest person to him was Jokic at 48, and then LeBron at 35. He's at 61. 61. And you're trying to put the ball in J-Dub's hands instead of his hands because you're trying to develop J-Dub because you're really trying to get rid of SGA. They're thinking J-Dub is the better. He's going to be their future. So they're sacrificing what we can win right now because they're trying to develop because they don't want to pay SGA $400 million. That's just my opinion. We'll see.
Why come J-Dub can't be Scottie Pippen?
That's because Scottie Pippen is actually Chet.
Is Chet?
Chet. I think to me it's SGA 1,
Right.
Chet 2A, and J-Dub 2B.
Okay, I can agree.
That's me. I think Chet is the X factor now.
Chet stay hurt, so
Yeah, but Chet ain't really been hurt this year.
no.
He played.
He so falls down a lot.
He does, but I like Chet. I didn't like him at first, and I was wrong about him. I do like Chet.
He pull up that 3 in the 7-footer, pulling up a 3 and knocking it down.
I like Chet. I ain't got no problems with Chet.
Nobody knocking it.
No, but now with Hartenstein, and then you got Caruso, your starting five to end the games, you've got SGA, J-Dub, Caruso, Chet, and Hartenstein. That's a nasty 5 because I do believe Dort and Isaiah Joe will be traded. Because, no, Blue, why are you going to have Dort and, huh? Well, her thing is, no, you don't trade them both because now you got because you remember you have Kaysen. So now Isaiah Joe is becoming dispendable because you want to bring this young man up, and you still have Wiggins. Because think about this: you have SGA, J-Dub. I know, but you got SGA, J-Dub, Chet. Huh? Yeah, we're doing it live right now. Yeah. Well, come down, sit down, young man. We're gonna have a discussion about this. Oh, you gotta go? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So about every Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday. And so anyway, you got SGA, J-Dub, Chet, Caruso, Hartenstein as your 5. Then you coming off the bench with Kaysen, Wiggins, and you remember you still have Dort, you still have Isaiah Joe, you still have J. Will.
Oh, yeah, we do that.
Yeah. So that's your 10.
Man, all right.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? But my deal is this: you can't. J-Dub and Caruso are the same player, so that's it. But anyway, I'm excited about this new Netflix series.
Did you keep Wiggins?
Huh? Yeah, we kept Wiggins. Paid him too. So we kept Wiggins. Paid him.
Him and
Isaiah Joe, yeah, paid them both. So I don't have a problem with that. The Netflix series starting October 9th, the day before my birthday, is featuring KD, LeBron, Ant-Man, Sabonis, and Tatum. Huh. Two of those five are former Thunder players. Bro. Sabonis and KD. of the 5 that's in the starting 5. I mean, think about that. The whole year this past year, KD, LeBron, Ant-Man, Sabonis, and Tatum. It's going to be really interesting because all 3 of these guys, all 5 of those guys have different. You got LeBron, who's a family man. Jason Tatum, who's basically mom and dad to his kid, even though his mama takes care of his son when he doesn't. But he's basically mom and dad. His son's with him all the time. Ant-Man, who takes care of his family. Sabonis is married and takes care of his family. So you're going to get to see all the sides of the NBA players and what they do. Now, yeah. Oh, I love Sabonis. And like I tell everybody, yeah, but what I'm talking about Sabonis, remember, he was here. We had him. Now, granted, we did trade him for Paul George. No. My deal with Sam Presti is what Sam Presti did when you had the Big 5. He drafted nobody in between. He didn't draft anything to build up. You had wasted a bunch of picks, is what they basically did. Then all of a sudden you drafted, because remember from the time that you drafted, what's our big man's name? Oh my God, Steven Adams. From the time you drafted Steven Adams, you didn't draft anybody else after that until Josh, because we traded for Sabonis. He was at Orlando. So from that time to that time, you went from Steven Adams and you didn't draft another legitimate player until Josh. Then you went Josh, then you went Chet, J-Dub, and then Kaysen. So you went a long time without doing nothing really in the draft. Okay? That's facts.
He drafted a lot.
Now we drafted guys who got traded who did something, because we had what's your boy's name from Memphis? That's a beast. They drafted him, and he's a beast now at Minnesota, at Memphis. Can't think of his name now, but I will. But we did that. We'll do that again. All the draft picks. But Sam Presti, he can't. Listen. His last 3 drafts, you went Josh, Chet, J-Dub, Kaysen.
True. And the dude that they traded to Dallas. And when he came and kicked our ass.
Oh yeah, but that was a trade with this is what I tell everybody. That trade at the trade deadline last year. Sam Presti did not think we were going to be the number 1 seed. He thought we were going to be in the playoffs, but he thought we were going to be 6th. He did not think. No, sir, nobody thought that. That's what I'm saying. Nobody thought we were going to be number 1 seed. So he traded for one reason, because he wanted Isaiah Hartenstein, because he knew New York wasn't going to keep him. So we traded for one reason, was to get the guy that we got, who ran his mouth and who's no longer in the league, who retired. Gordon Hayward. We traded for Gordon Hayward for his contract to sign Hartenstein. That's what he did, because he was preparing for this year. You can say what you want to, and somebody, if we had any kind of press, they'd probably ask him that, but we don't have any press that's going to ask him that. But that's what I believe. He did not think, no way he thought we were going to be number 1 seed. No way. No way. Because I believe had he done that, he would have made significant changes in what he traded for, and we would have not sent what's his name, to Dallas, or by the big guy who killed us. Killed us. He would not have sent him there. He would not boost that up. He would not have done Dallas like that. But instead, he did what he needed to do for next year, because the Thunder's plan was not to be where we are right now. The Thunder's plan for where we are 2 years from now is what their plan is. They had a long-term plan. They got SGA and them completely just swatched that. And it wasn't because of the coach. And the reason why it wasn't because of the coach, because if you go back and he got Coach of the Year, go back and look at the interview with Shaq, Kenny, and Charles. When Shaq made the comment and asked him the question, hey, this is what I did. I played for Phil Jackson, and I played for Pat Riley, and this is what we did. And he goes, oh, no, we don't do that. We believe in stacking moments and games and whatever. We don't look at championships. We don't want to put our heads in the cloud, our players' heads in the cloud. And Shaq looked at him, and they all looked at him like, the hell are you talking about? You're not preparing to try to win a championship? That's not your goal? They stopped talking to him. And guess what? He went from being coach of the year to people going, who the hell is this guy? Because nobody saw us play. Nobody remembers that the Philly game, when you take Josh out, who was your only ball handler because SJ was hurt and J-Dub was hurt, and your only ball handler you had was Josh, and you took the ball out of Josh's hands and made Dort You're a point guard, and you went from a 4-point lead to down 6 in 45 seconds. Boom, just like that. Just like that, gone. Why? Because this guy doesn't. He is a developmental coach. Is what he is. Now y'all get mad at me all you want to, but that's what he is. And look what Boston did. And I'm gonna say this umpteen times. Then my thing is this: Boston realized he got out coached by Eric Spoelstra the year before. So what did they do? They gave him veteran coaches to help him make good decisions on the bench. Then they went out and they got Porzingis and they got Josh Ja. Yeah, Drew Holiday. Yep. They went out and got Drew Holiday and Porzingis. So that's what they did, right? So, right, two veterans. Now, Drew Holiday fell in their laps. He fell in their laps. But that's what they did. But they did the coaching staff because to me, still to no end, that you calling the challenging in Game 6 with 3 seconds left was the dumbest, 1.5 seconds, whatever it was. That was not a good coaching move. And there's nothing where you in the hell you can explain to me that all you got to do is ask SGA, did you foul him? Did you foul him? That's all you got to ask. Ask your player, did you foul him? If he says no, then you go ahead and you challenge. You don't make the challenge. You can see SGA's face as soon as he hit him. He knew what it was. You can see it. But once again, you don't do that because even if you don't challenge it, you're only down 2. Call timeout. You got the ball at half court. You can run a play to tie or win. But if you do challenge that, you're out. And what they do, made 2 free throws, missed the last one, then you're done. That was not. If you have a veteran coaching staff on the sidelines with you, they are not going to let you challenge that call. But once again, this is what Miami did. What Boston did. They said, we got to help our coach out. We got to get him some veteran coaches on the sidelines to help him make the correct decisions. And then we had to get rid of Marcus Smart because I love Marcus. He's an OSU guy. And, he and I still hold the record for the most points scored by a sophomore in a game in history. He and I have both had 39 in a game. So they got rid of Marcus because they needed him not to be the alpha. And I love Marcus, but you don't need to be taking last-second shots, bro. You my dude. I love you. Go State all day long, but you don't need to be taking last-second shots.
Jaylen Brown taking last-second shots.
Jaylen Brown or Jason. But my thing with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown is this. Neither one of them have a go-to shot to end of a game. Like with my kids, when they get older, when they get to be in the 8th grade or so, and they get strong enough, this is what I teach them. Here, you have 5 minutes to work on one move. 5 minutes. Same move over and over and over and over. This is your go-to move. On this side of the court, here's your go-to move on this side of the court. You have 5 minutes to do one move over and over and over for 5 minutes on the left-hand side of the court and the right-hand side of the court. You have to have a go-to move at the end of a game, or end of a half, or whatever.
So
yes.
You're telling me you have your guards.
Or for whoever, yeah.
Go from one spot, same move.
Over and over and over, 5 minutes.
So when you get in that game,
you know what
his number.
Yeah. They know what to do, yes.
When you draw it up, you know what to do.
You know what to do. We put them in position to make that move. Yes. And then I find out when I ask them, are you more comfortable on this side or this side? Mm-hmm. Which side of the court are you on? Which side are you most comfortable? Because sometimes at the end of a game, I'm not going to call, I don't call timeout if it's 10 seconds left in the ball and we get a rebound or they score and we got to score. I don't call timeout because that gives the defense a chance to set up. Then it's about us, hey, let's go on the floor of the game. You know what to do now. But, yeah, I make the same players run the same deal for 5 minutes, okay? And the reason why I do that, Kobe did the same move for an hour. Now, I tried that one time. I made it 34 minutes. I tried to do the same move over and over, 34 minutes. And I was a grown man at that point. This was a few years ago. I was a grown man trying to do it. 34 minutes. Kobe did the same move for 1 hour. 1 hour. Same move over and over for 1 hour. And all I asked him to do is for 5 minutes. Because what I'm trying to tell him, I said it's about repetition. Because in basketball, in football, or whatever, baseball, your mind is this quick. If you think you're doing this, still quick, but it's like this. But if your reaction and your mind is working, it's boom, 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 boom. So if you have the same move over and over and over, your mind is going to go, foul can, that move. That's what your mind does. So you got to know, and I take this, okay, here's your move that you make over and over and over for 5 minutes. So when it comes game time, you've done that move over and over and over. You're going to automatically do it because your body has been trained to make that particular move. So that's how I do it, okay? But Jason Tatum and neither one of them have a game-ending move. They don't have a shot to go to. Michael Jordan, what did he have? Pull up. Kobe, fade away. Kareem, hook shot. Magic, hook shot or step back. So, Steph Curry, step back.
Step back.
James Harden, step back, even though it was a walk. And then after they got done with his double step back, then he don't have it no more. But KD, pull up.
Pull up.
You got to have a go-to move that is your move when you need to have a bucket. You got to make it. And I have a 5 minute. I have a 5 minute. Yep. Up. Bam. So you got to have one. Jason Tatum does not. Jaylen Brown does not. You have to have go-to moves. So to me, dude, you're making all these $1 million. You don't have a trainer that can get you a go-to move.
No, because the trainer's always just.
No, to me, dude.
Look who I trained.
Jason Tatum, dude, you're 6'7" with long arms and an unreal jumper. You don't need to shoot a three unless you got to have one. If you don't have to have a three, don't do it. Now, Steph Curry shoots a three because that's what he does. James Harden shoots a three, that's what he does. Kevin Durant, boom, 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 pull up. Now, if I got to shoot a three, I will if we need 3 points. But he's going to give you 2 hard dribbles, get you going to pull up mid-range and from the elbow. Left elbow, right elbow. That's what he's going to do. Okay? And the elbow this is the free throw line. Here's the lane. The elbows are right there. Okay? Here's the lanes going up. Here's the free throw line. Elbow, elbow. That's the elbow. That's where he's pulling up from. But the problem is he gets you leaning, and you're leaning, and your body cannot go 2 directions at the same time. So if once you get you leaning, he's going to pull up, and he's 7 foot. Who the hell going to block a 7-footer shot? Ain't happening. Unless you catch it from behind. But other than that, you ain't blocking the shot. And in the Olympics, what did we see? Hey, get out of the way. I don't need no, don't bring your man over here. Get out of there. Center bead away. Remember that? What did he do? Boom. Yeah. No, about KD. Yeah, it was Embiid. He came over and set the screen. LeBron gave him the ball. LeBron said, here, go ahead, big boy. Go ahead. He moved him out of the way. What did he go? Boom, 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 get him hard dribble, pull up, elbow, bam. What I just say? You got to have a go-to move. Pull up. It's what you do. You got to have a go-to move. That's what you got to do. And he does have that. Steph Curry.
Off the handoff.
And my deal is this. I talked about this the other day.
Handoff.
I'm still mad about this. How the hell was Steph Curry not the #1 play on ESPN when you shoot a fadeaway to win the Olympics with 2 dudes on you from 30 feet? Fadeaway, 2 people guarding you.
Falling down.
Bam. And you have the #4 players, LeBron getting dunked on by a guy from France? You have a baseball double play as your #1? Are you kidding me? Baseball double play game number 99. And the guy for the Olympics to win the gold medal for the USA, you don't even have in there, and he shoots a fadeaway with 2 people guarding him? Come on. I was done with ESPN's top 10 right there. I was over it. So, but that being said, Blue, you got anything you want to talk about before I get out of here? Oh, I know. Well, hold on. WNBA. Let me get that out there. I'm glad I forgot about that. WNBA scheduled tonight. You've got the Dream against the Liberty. And, dude, how the hell is Lenescu and Brianna Stewart on the same time? Same team? How the hell did New York pull that off? Sabrina Lenescu and Brianna Stewart on the same team. How the hell you pull that off? And anyway, they're 12.5-point favorites over the Dream tonight in New York. I think that'll be fine. New York's going to spank that, but I think it's over. Then, of course, the Storm and our girl, Asia. They're 8-point favorites at home, 8:30 tonight. 6:30 tonight, the Dream Liberty. And then the 8:30 game is the Storm and the Aces tonight.
In Las Vegas?
Yes, in Vegas tonight, 8:30. Yeah, the Aces.
And she's going to score over 25 points.
Hey, like I said, and this is the thing that I'm glad that people were listening. Asia Wilson, unanimous MVP.
Yes.
Caitlin Clark, unanimous Rookie of the Year. Everybody was talking about Angel Reese. I like Angel Reese. She ain't Caitlin Clark. She led the rookies in scoring, assists. What was it? Scoring, assists. What's that? Steals. It was like she had points scored, 3-pointers made, 3-pointer percent. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Bruh, I didn't know she was that fine though.
Well, we don't air, man. We can't. Yeah, she looks good. She looks good. She got a boyfriend now. She got a boyfriend. Hull's got a boyfriend. Cameron Burke has a boyfriend. Asia Wilt. I mean, do you hear what what's that guy's name? Angel Reese. Hear what she said? She goes, "Oh, you gotta be 6'7" or taller to ride this ride." She didn't say ride this ride, but she said you have to be 6'7" or above to date her.
She's 6'4", right?
Yeah, she's 6'4", 6'5". You gotta be 6'6" because she want to wear heels.
She said 6'7".
She said, "Hey, she wants to wear heels. Ain't nothing wrong with that."
Nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
I'm proud.
I love a woman who can wear heels. I'm just saying. I'm glad I'm 6'3" because I went out with this model once. She was 5'11" and a half. And she wore FMPs. And, or her FMNPs is what she was. No. All right, we'll say off there. I can't say what FMNPs are. But anyway, she wore those. Dude, she was just a little bit taller than me. But she, FNMPs. FMNPs. So instead of FMPs, you throw an N in there before the P. You know what FMPs are? You don't know what FMPs are?
I know what the F
Yeah.
is for.
Yes.
Me.
Anyway. I can't with this man right now. But so, that being said, hey, I want to thank everybody for watching this edition of the Unpopular Hour. And, of course, we are here at Georgia's Happy Hog, brought to you by YNB, of course, the main bank, 401M in downtown, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon. But we are here at Georgia's. If you haven't been here, hey, guys, come on by. It is fantastic, I promise you. And remember, every Tuesday and Friday, they have mac and cheese. And it's fantastic, so you can't help but miss. Oh, we just got everybody slide up in here today, though. We got everybody up in this, man. Everybody slide up in here today. You'll see him when he walks on by right there. Cool, right. You'll see him here in just a minute. He's all cool right here in his black shirt. There you go. Everybody's in this baby tonight. So, but if you haven't been by Georgia's, hey, come in. Promise you, it won't be a one-time thing. You will.